Hey everybody, I just got a new laptop stand. I'm going to show you how to put it together and I'll give you a review of it at the end. Okay, so for step one, you're going to need your base. It's this piece that's shaped like an H. You will need 2 sets of casters, one without brakes, the other one's at lock, as well as your wrench. That'll be all that you need for the first step. It's pretty basic. All that you need to do is hand tighten down each of your casters. Make sure you keep your locking casters on one side and your normal casters on the other side. You don't want to have them crisscrossed in any manner. It doesn't matter if it's on this side or that side, but just make sure they stay on the same side. And once you have them hand tightened down, all that you need to do is take this and put about 1/8 of a turn on it, and then it's tightened down solid, and then you just repeat with each one. Okay, so that's it. The casters are on here, it'll roll around. All that you need to do now is just move on to step 2. Step 2, you need your T-frame, the 2 end pieces, and your knob. It's pretty simple. All that you have to do is take these end pieces here and just put them in the 2 ends, and then screw on your knob. Okay, so for this part, you will need your large table, this mount, these 4 screws, and your hex wrench. Pretty basic. It doesn't matter which side that you have this facing, this way or this way. It's universal, so it'll be okay. All you have to do is just put the screws in, tighten them down. And whenever you go to tighten them, make sure that you do not over tighten them, because it can sort of destroy this inner part of the wood and it'll mess your desk up, and you don't want that. Okay, so now that that's finished, we got everything tightened up. All that we need to do is get our T-bar. We're going to take these 2 holes here and we're going to line them up with these. Again, it doesn't matter which way that you're going to go with it. It'll fit the same way either way. It's just whenever you start getting to the end, you need to pay attention to which parts it go on, so you can have it set up for a left hand or for a right hand. And make sure your casters are on the right side so that they're closer to you and they're easier to lock. You'll use these 2 screws to tighten them down. They're the same ones as the previous ones, except you only need 2 of them, and that'll be all of these screws. Okay, so something that might help when you're doing this, if you pop these up, that's what holds this in place. If you just turn it sort of upward, we're going to lock it back. And now we'll put these back on again. And this should help you line it up so that it's sitting flat on these. And then all you'll have to do is just put the screws in, and they should line up a lot better than trying to do it at an angle. Try to make sure that you do not cross thread them, because they do want to go in crooked. And then just tighten them down with your hex wrench again. Okay, so we actually did 2 steps at once whenever we did this, putting it upward like this. It made it so that this can be up, and then we could go ahead and start attaching the bottom to it. Okay, so everything's pretty much set up. all I need to do is attach the top to this piece. The way that I have it set up right now, the top piece here is on the left, and I'm going to have the small one here on the right. I'm right-handed, so it'd be more efficient for me that way. Plus, I have my casters on this side, so whenever it comes over and flips up toward me, I'll have the casters facing me, so it'll be easier to lock the locking casters. Okay, so now what we need to do is I'm going to go ahead and put these 4 end pieces onto the bottom of this. They're silver, so it would look better if they blend in where you can't see them. The screws that go on top are black, so it'd help everything blend in together. So go ahead and put in these 4 pieces here, these caps. And then you're going to want to line up this. And it might be a little bit tricky since you're having to hold it while you try to do it. I haven't really found a good way to go about it. But once you get the first one, it'll hold together, just like so. And then all you have to do is go through and just start putting the rest of them in. You will need both of your hex wrenches again to be able to do this, since you need to be able to grip on the one side and turn on the other one. Okay, and now it's connected. All that we have to do now is just connect the small table in to the rest of it, and we're done. Okay, so we're at the final step. All that we have to do is take this and we're going to put it on there. We're going to use these 2 screws. Make sure that the holes are on the inside so that it faces further out. Otherwise, if you put it in like this, it's going to be up underneath your table and you're not going to be able to use most of your mouse pad. Again, with the other ones, just make sure you don't over tighten them. Get them to about where they stop, and then don't go any further than that. There's no point in really cranking it down. And that's it. It's put together. All right, so one of the most obvious parts about this laptop stand is that it moves. It's one of my favorite parts. It does have a little bit of wobble to it, but there's nothing that I can't handle. It holds the laptop great. It's nice and steady. I can open and close the laptop with it, and it's not really a problem. It's easy to change the heights. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing it with your laptop on top, but it is doable. Another cool feature of this is that these 2 pieces here on the bottom of it that you'll see later, and that's, I don't know if you heard that, but that's one of my complaints about it, and I'll get to that in a second. But you can do that, you can lock it back into place, and your laptop's good to go, and you can have it tilted or however you plan on doing it. This isn't locked to one side. All you need to do is just spin it around. You can take it and actually tilt it back this way as well. So that's great for both right-hand and left-handed people. The one drawback for this little piece right here keeps falling out of the lock that holds the tilt for it. So you might want to be careful whenever you go to make the adjustments for tilting, because mine has one of them that keeps falling out. I might see if there's a way that I can put it back in permanently, but I don't know yet. But yeah, keep this in mind. Overall, this has been a great laptop stand. If you need a mobile laptop platform that you can carry around with you through your house, if you can use it at your couch, use it at your bed, a table, this one seems like it would be a great one to go with. Just like I said, keep in mind with that piece that might fall out. But other than that, it's really great. It's nice and sturdy. It's a great laptop stand. Alright, thank you all for watching. I appreciate you watching my video. If you wouldn't mind just dropping a like below, let me know what you think. If I needed to work on some more things or whatever you see might be what I could do better in the next video, please let me know. Thank you. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.